Hi there, my name is Ray Holloway, and I'm a cowboy. By the time I was about 4 or 5 years old, then I was set. I couldn't think of being anything else but a cowboy. I got a job on a large cattle ranch up in the foothills of our country, about 6,500 acres. One of the neighbors up there started seeing us local people around there and started writing a play that included us as individuals and included me as a cowboy. So I went to the Barn Theater and took my place and did my lines, and after one of the performances the manager came to me and he said, "Ray," he said, "there was a talent scout here from Paramount Pictures last night and he wants to know if you'd like to come down and do a stage test." And I said, "Well, why not?" Milton introduced me to a man named Mr. Sherman, and Mr. Sherman said, "So you want to do westerns, eh?" And I said, "Well, yes, sir, I think that might be a pretty good idea." And he said, "Well, let's go over to my studio and talk about it." And he said, "William Boyd has bought up all the TV rights to my movies and I haven't made a dime, but I'm going to come back strong because I'm going to develop a new series and I'm looking for someone to be a lead in my new series." And he said, I kind of like your looks." He said, "Could you bring your horse down?" And I said, "Yeah, I could do that." So I went home, loaded up my horse, came to Hollywood, and pulled him up into the Hollywood Hills, and there was the whole crew ready to film my ride. We did riding tests, and I got off, and I got on, and I smiled, and I knelt down, and did one thing and another. They said, "Cut, that's great, Ray." He said, "I really like you," but he said, "I'm not quite ready yet." And so he said, I will allow you to get in the Screen Extras Guild, and so that you can learn what the business is all about. For the next almost a year or so, I got in there with some of the old timers like John Wayne and Glenn Ford, Jennifer Jones, and a fellow that we called Larry. Well, it found out that Larry was really Laurence Olivier before he became a Sir. And finally, Mr. Sherman called me in one day. He said, "We are ready to go." He said, "I've got the scripts." He said, "I've got the financing." And he said, "I want you to go home and I'll be up and discover you in about 6 weeks." Well, in 2 weeks, I picked up the LA Times, looked at the headlines, and it said, "Famous movie producer dies of emergency surgery." I thought, uh-oh, happy trail to me.